This is a live reaction on a live stream with a live audience. Everybody clap. I have a live chat here. This is a request from Bean Burrito, the Sir Burrito, the Sir of Burritos, who has requested Immortal Technique, as you couldn't see plainly displayed on the screen. This is You Never Know, Immortal Technique featuring Jean Grae. And I'm assuming that's not the X-Men character. That was a really stupid joke, sorry. Anyway, I have heard one song from Immortal Technique, and I just have a feeling it's going to be a really, 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 really deep story. I'm actually going to do myself a favor. I'm going to hide my live chat because it'll distract the crap out of me. And I don't want any spoilers. I'm not saying they're going to spoil it, but like if they get all upset, I'm going to feel bad. And so I'm hiding the live chat. It's hidden. It's officially hidden. Okay. All right. This is Immortal Technique. You Never Know, featuring Jean Grae. Let's go. I don't know. But by the way, I am not a bar breakdown channel. So if you're expecting me to break everything down, you're going to be sorely disappointed. That being said, the original's in the description down below. Give it a like, give it a comment, support the artist. That's what we're here for. Let's go.
Way to becoming a college graduate, wouldn't even stop to talk to the average kid. The type of Latina I'd sit and contemplate marriage with. Fuck the horse and carriage shit. Her love was never for hire. Disciplined, intellectual beauty's what I desire. Fly.
Yeah, screw the horse and carriage. Her love was never for hire, which was actually a pretty cool way of saying that. Like you can't buy her with pretty things. Like this, she doesn't give her love away like that. I get it.
Her love was never for hire. Disciplined, intellectual beauty's what I desire. Flyer than Selma Hayek or Jennifer Lopez. Everyone told me kicking it to her was hopeless. At first I just thought she didn't mess with broke kids. The thug niggas always talking about how they smoke kids, but the rich sniff coke kids got no play. I'm not even interested what her body language would say. Everyone around the way gave up trying to get in it. Didn't matter how good your game was, she wasn't with it. All the block bitches was jealous, but wouldn't admit it. Talk shit and deny to everyone that they did it, cause they regretted the long list of niggas that they let hit it. And no one ever gave them shit except McDonald's and Diddick smoking.
Okay, so just out of the blue, I'm going to say something about that because he's talking about how the other women were jealous of her because basically... I don't know the reason behind it, but her confidence, or she just didn't put any stock into getting attention any way possible, which a lot of people, especially in these situations and these types, whether you want to say neighborhoods or certain ages, it doesn't matter. They believe that, you know, to get attention, you got to be, it comes from the outside, right? And so they're trying to, if you're going to catch man's attention, what are you going to do? You know, and then they get mad because somebody doesn't have to and the guys are all chasing her because honestly, it kind of lowers your value because, you know, if anybody can hit it, then why? It's not exclusive. It's not, you know. Anyway, that being said, because I knew a lot of people like that growing up, and now, let's be real. I understand what he's trying to say here. She just has that quality that, you know, people get jealous of. Every guy wants it. Every woman wants to be it, you know.
Of niggas that they let hit it, and no one ever gave them shit except McDonald's and Diddick. Smoking weed with thoughts of envy whenever they lit it. She spoke intelligently and they bit it, always trying to copy, but when they tried to use her vocab they sounded sloppy. She had a style all her own, respectful and pure. I was sick in the head for her and there wasn't a cure.
something happened because they said, like God became between us, I'll never know. If I had another chance, I'd never let you go. So something separated them, because he really likes her. One of my favorite things that they said was about tries to use her vocabulary, but then they sound sloppy. I thought that was kind of funny.
Never let you go. Hold tight to your love, 'cause you never know.
Her eyes were brown and beautiful, yet empty and sad. I used to talk to her occasionally, and she was glad that I wasn't just another nigga trying to get in it. So every now and then we'd stop and talk for a minute. I didn't have a gimmick, so the minutes turned to hours. On her birthday, I gave her a poem with flowers that
God, I hate gimmicks too. I understand that. And it hits different when you have the ability to talk to people and they're not trying to get something from you. And as a female, men immediately like, I wonder if I could hit that. Like that is a thought that happens. I'm not saying every man is like that. I'm just saying it's very common. And, you know, they look for your ring. They look to see, you know, like what you got, what you got back there, what that ass do. You know what I'm saying? Like they look, and it just makes you like, ugh, can you just like talk to me like a person?
so the minutes turned to hours. On her birthday, I gave her a poem with flowers. Then I took her out to dinner after her cousin's baby shower. We talked about power to the people and such. We spent more time together, but it was never enough. I never tried to sneak a touch or even cop a feel. I was too interested in keeping it real, perfectly honest and complete. She would always call me cariño and never technique. Bought me a new book to read every 2 or 3 weeks, forever changing the expression of my thoughts when I speak. It was because of her I even deaded all of my freaks. She convinced me to stop hanging out on the streets, to stop robbing and stealing from people like you. Instead I took her out to the Apollo and the Bronx Zoo, Museo del Barrio and the Metropolitan too. Got to the point where I was either with her or my crew. So I decided one day to tell her my feelings was true. I couldn't live without her, so I told her face of my fears. But honey's only response was a face full of tears. She could only sob hysterically, holding me tight. I tried to speak, but she wouldn't stop until I left sight. I felt like a moth who got himself too close to the light. Except I didn't burn, I turned cold after that night.
So he finally was like, you know what, babe, I really dig you. Like, I really like you for you. And then she bursts into tears, and he's like, well, okay. So I'm never doing that again. You know what I mean? That was not received well. For whatever reason. I'm sure he's going to tell us the reason. I'm sure there's a reason.
Time waits for no man. Not fate, it's all planned. I'm blessed just to know you.
Did she have a terminal illness? I don't know.
Can't find a reason why God came between you and I. If I had the chance again, I'd never let you go. Hold tight to your love, 'cause you never know.
I went on with my life, college and my career. Ended up locked up like an animal for a year, where the COs talk to you like they were the overseer. Then I got sent to the hole when my exit was near. At night in my cell, I'd close my eyes and I'd see her, hold her close in my dreams. But when I woke, she disappeared. Just an empty cell until the state gave me parole. In the summer, came back intact and on track. But the fact,
I mean, I think it would have been, okay, you guys, the real hip hop heads are going to be like, oh my God, shut up. But I mean, it would have been 10 times worse if he'd have woke up and she was in the cell. That would have freaked me the hell out. I'm just saying.
gave me parole. In the summer, came back intact and on track. But the fact of the matter is I still felt cold. Even after my mother hugged me crying at home, my real niggas would catch me thinking out of my zone, fucking lots of different women, but I still felt alone. Relatively well known around the New York underground, but I kept thinking of her and how we used to be down. The sound of her voice and the beautiful smell of her hair, though gone physically, somehow it was still there. I had to do something because the shit was too much to bear. So I went and visited the building where she used to live. The world looks a lot different after you do a bid. Your way of life done changed while primitive minds are still stuck in the same game. Like her cousin who was on the corner slinging cocaine, stepped in the lobby and tapped the button next to her last name. Her mom buzzed me up and hugged me up like a mother.
Like that's something you just can't explain. There's certain things in life, and I'm not going to compare them to each other. I'm just going to say there are certain things in life that you experience or you go through that absolutely changes everything about you. The way that you approach the world, the way that you see others, and the way that you see others' behavior when you're like, you're really doing this stupid juvenile bullshit. Like, you're really doing this. Do you like it makes you change how you make decisions, all those things. So I understand that completely.
Being tapped the button next to her last name. Her mom buzzed me up and hugged me up like a mother order, but her facial expression changed when I asked about her daughter.
No man, my fate is all planned.
All right, we're gonna find out what happened. Next verse. Why did she reject him?
Can't find a reason why God came between you and I. If I had the chance again, I'd never let you go. Hold tight to your love, 'cause you never know.
She told me that there was a note for me that was left behind, and she had left it there waiting for such a long time. I was inclined to ask about it, but she brought it up first. I saw a tear swelling up in her eye, and then she cursed. She told me where the letter was, and I started thinking the worst. Reversed my position, stepped over and opened the door, and sure enough there was an envelope with my name on the floor. Nobody loves you more than me, cariño's what the letter said. By the time you get to read this, I'll probably be dead. But when you left in 97, a part of me went to heaven. I thank God at least I got to know what love really was. But it hurt me to see what true love really does. Cause even though we never made love, you were all that there was. It was because I loved you so much that I had to make you leave. You made me doubt the way I thought. You made me wanna believe. And then I slipped up and I let you get close to me. It was hard to not be openly when people spoke to me. This was not the way I thought my life was supposed to be. Baby, don't you see? I had a blood transfusion that left me with HIV. Hope didn't exist for me since late in 1993. I died a virgin. I wish I could have given myself to you. I cried in the hospital cause there was no one else but you. Promise that you'll meet me in paradise inevitably. No matter what, I'll keep your love forever with me. What happened for the rest of the day is still a blur, but I remember wishing that I was dead instead of her. She was buried on August 3rd. The story ends without a sequel, and now you know our technique. Don't fucking fall in love with people. Hold the person that you love closely if they're next to you. The one you love, not the person that simply has sex with you. Appreciate them to the fullest extent, and then beyond, cause you never really know what you got until it's gone.
You can love someone without having sex with them, and you can sex someone up because you love them. But having sex does not equal love. It's not the same thing. I get that. And she loved him enough that she didn't, because at that time there really wasn't anything you could do about it, or prevention. It was just it would have been too easy. It would have been too easy to pass it on. And so, of course, she loved him enough not to want to do that to him, and not to want him to sit by and watch her pass away. And I told you a while back, I called it a terminal illness. You just you felt it. You knew it was going that direction. And the song from the chorus made it super, super, super clear. But he's, he kind of, if that was about him, I don't know if that was his story. I assume it was. If that was his story, it would, it's just kind of like explaining his mindset and where it comes from and how you can appreciate love. Because if you really have it, for someone to, like, she could have easily gotten right into it with him and, oh, well, we'll be careful, honey. But she didn't want him to suffer and watch her fade away and all that. And there wasn't the treatments then that there are now. And so it was a whole thing. That was really interesting. That was obviously very deep, and he's a very amazing storyteller. Everything is like, and I absolutely love that about Immortal Technique, is his storytelling. The fact is we've lost that in a lot of current music, is the ability to tell a story throughout a song. Generally it's just, find a cool hook and then just like build some bars around it. I'm cool, I'm awesome, and then, you're cool, you're awesome, let's go swimming, yay, and then that's the song. And it's just, sometimes, I'm sorry, the art of storytelling has been lost by mainstream popular trash music. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Um, for example, Morgan Wallen and his 20 cigarettes, he told an entire story of a night he had with somebody. It was an amazing night. And he went through the whole story of him and this girl he met. And they parted ways at the end. And it doesn't matter. It was a story. It was, you could follow along. You were waiting for the next thing to happen. It was like a really good book. Anyway, that being said, I love Immortal technique. I think he does an amazing job. Um, this was actually called, I forgot. This was called You Never Know. Oh, so at the end, you never know what you have till it's gone. Dance with the Devil I've seen before personally. But that being said, the original's in the description down below. Please, remember, I can do beatboxing. But I can't talk. There's Immortal Technique. You Never Know, featuring Jean Grae, who I assume was singing on the hook. And the original's in the description down below. Go support the artist. I will tag them if I can find her, but I'll definitely tag them in the description. Please go show them some love. And super awkward, unprofessional, and it's all, folks. I was really proud of that one. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I am. Oh, I'll see you on the next one. Let me know what you want to see. Put it in the description or in the comment, whatever. I'm done. I can't talk.